I don't know, man. I don't know what to think anymore. How about we start with a quick recap of the game, so we can kind of maybe formulate our thoughts. So the Miami Heat got absolutely blown out the water from the jump. Obviously, they ended up making a comeback. Final score 117-115, Indiana. But they were down by 20 pretty early. And truthfully, at the time, I wasn't mad because I didn't feel like it was much of an effort issue, right? I felt like it was more so Miami missing shots. I don't have their first half numbers, but on the day they finished 8 of 27 from three. So obviously that's under 30%. That's pretty terrible. But the Pacers surprisingly shot worse from three. Now that I see that, 28%. So Pacers shot worse from three. So that wasn't the issue. I do want to take a look at the offensive rebounding numbers because I do feel like the Pacers got a lot of those. But on the night, no, the Pacers only got 4 offensive rebounds, and they win the rebounding battle. Wait a minute. The Heat won the rebounding battle? 39 rebounds to 37? So the Heat had more rebounds. They shot a better percentage from three. How the hell did the Heat lose this game? They only had one more turnover than Indiana. How? From the field, Miami shot 46%. Pacers shot 51%. I guess that's when what happens when you have a close game, is your numbers will be similar. Because if you look at the first half, the Miami Heat got outscored by 14 in the first quarter. They were down, 17 at halftime. And then they actually outscored the Pacers by 11 in the fourth quarter. But, oh, man, what a frustrating game. Anyways, well, back to the overall recap. The Heat were down 20. I can't say I was mad because they were missing shots. Not great shots, not terrible shots. They were just missing open shots. I felt like you had an aggressive Jimmy Butler. He finished with double-digit free throw attempts on the day, 12 of 12 for him. I liked what you saw from Nikola Jovic. I like what Bam was giving out there. I don't know, not particularly today. I don't feel like Tyler did too much today, but we'll kind of go through the box score in a little bit. But eventually, you go into that third quarter, they're finally able to get some stops. They keep cutting it back down to around 10-ish, but then every time it went to 10, it was TJ McConnell with a basket, Pascal Siakam with a rebound, Aaron Nesmith with a basket. And then you go into that fourth quarter, the Heat are finally in a single possession game, and they give up an and one to Siakam. Then they give up an and one to Nesmith. And I feel like at the end of the game is when that defense really broke down. And then it all came down to a head. The Heat were down 3 with possession. Indiana fouls Tyler Hero, so the Heat can't get a 3 off. Tyler makes the first, misses the second on purpose, but they called a lane violation. There was some confusion whether the violation was on Kevin Love or Tyler, but that was a BS call. They never, ever call lane violation when on the intentional miss, ever, and every player does it. But before you comment, I am not mad at the officiating because I actually think that he got a pretty nice whistle today. Part of the reason they were able to come back is because they called a pretty ticky-tack foul, two ticky-tack fouls on Pascal Siakam when the Heat was shooting threes. Once was on Nikola Jovic. He hit all 3 free throws. The other was on Tyler Hero. He hit all 3 free throws. Were they fouls? Probably. But they were ticky-tack at the slightest. And in this type of game with these stakes in this playoff environment, which it really was, I don't like that call. But it worked out in the Heat's favor. And obviously at the end of the Heat had a call go against them. But whatever. Don't start the game down 22. That's how I look at it. But anyways, they called a lane violation. Indiana inbounds the ball. Miami can't even foul. They lose by 2. Just an absolutely crushing loss. I mean, you know how things were shaking up. Indiana was a half a seed above us in the 6th seed. This loss pretty much guarantees Miami cannot finish 6 or higher. I don't think they updated the standings yet here. They did update the standings. So now Miami's a game and a half back and 2.5 back of 5. Right, so 1.5 back of 6 behind Indiana, and then Cleveland's above them, so they're not catching Cleveland. But yeah, man, 1.5 back, 4 games to play is possible, but now you need help. You no longer control your destiny. And the way Indiana has been playing ball, they've won 7 out of their last 10. I do not think it's likely that they catch them. So what does that mean? What that means is that the Miami Heat will finish in the play-in, 7th or 8th. Right now they are tied with Philadelphia. So either the Heat will be at home for that game or they'll be on the road. At this point, I don't really care because at home, the Heat are 20-18. They have a better record on the road, 23-17. Here's the issue, though, right? So, obviously, that means at this point that, one, you have to play in the play-in. That sucks because you get no rest going into the postseason. Two, it means you either play the first or second seed, which is going to be Milwaukee and Boston, respectfully. Milwaukee did lose 3 straight, but it looks like they're still 2 up on 3. So they're pretty much locked into that second spot, I'd say. So now here's the thing. If you obviously win that first game versus Philly, which is now going to be tough because they got Joel Embiid back, and we saw how they've been rolling since, right? Actually, I do think Joel Embiid is out today, whoever they're playing, but I believe that's just a precautionary thing, and they're still up double digits. But yeah, he is out today, but pretty sure he's healthy, so he'll be in there playing, right? So it's not like last year where you played a bad Hawks team and you lost to them in that first game. Don't forget. But now you're playing the 76ers, who we know is a very tough matchup. And if you lose that game, you're the 8th seed and you play the Boston Celtics in round 1. That is a nightmare scenario. Really is. I know the Miami Heat did that last year and they faced, the gauntlet Bucks and they won. But this Celtics team is a different beast than the Milwaukee Bucks last year. They are a different animal. They have one of the highest net ratings of all time in the game of basketball. Not saying the Miami Heat can't beat that Celtics team, but you don't want to face them in the first round. You could argue that maybe you do because you'll be more healthy, arguably, in the first round, and maybe that gives you the best chance, but that's not what you wanted, especially when if you would have won today, let's say even the way things are standing now, you could have got the Magic in the first round, really. So this one loss today means you go from playing the Magic in the first round to the Boston Celtics. That's inexcusable. If you're the better team, Miami, if you're really the better team, if you really are championship contender, you go out there and you kick their ass today. Instead, you got your ass kicked. You walked into an absolute buzzsaw. And yes, you had a nice fourth quarter to make things close. But make no mistake about it, Heat fans. We got our ass kicked today. And in a game of this importance, when every player on the court knew how critical this game was, to walk away with a loss here, a statement loss at that, it's a real crusher to the confidence booster. It really is. Because if there was ever going to be a time for this team to click and get things going in the regular season, if there was ever a time for a magical Jimmy Butler performance, it was tonight. And you didn't get it. We'll go through the box score a little bit here just because I don't think Jimmy was bad. Like I said, I think he was aggressive enough. 27 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 7 to 16. He was decent today. I don't think this loss is on him. In fact, I can't really pinpoint the loss on anyone, truthfully. But I don't think Jimmy was bad tonight. Nikola Jovic was great. 18 points for him. 6 of 10 shooting, 2 of 5 from 3. One possession I really did not like is in the fourth quarter. There was 2 back-to-back possessions. When you're trying to cut into this damn lead, the Pacers got wide-ass open layups. One of them from Halliburton, where he cooked Tyler Hero. We'll get into that. And then another one was like Miles Turner because Nikola Jovic drove, took a terrible floater. Then he started complaining to the refs. Didn't get back on defense. His man got an open layup. At that point in the game, we're talking under 5 minutes ago, that cannot happen, Nikola Jovic. That cannot happen. The arguing to the official when you got to get back on defense. Because that 2 points that they got while you were arguing, that was the difference in today's game. The 2-point loss. Outside of that, Nikola Jovic played very good, though. As did Bam Adebayo, 20 and 12 for him. 8 to 18, so not super efficient. Did cash in a 3 today. Shot 4 of them, if you're interested in that. But he got cooked by Miles Turner, though. I will say, Miles Turner on the night, 22 and 13. That was your MVP right there. You tell me going into today, if you would have told me that the Heat hold Tyrese Halliburton to 12 points and 8 rebounds, or 8 assists, 3 of 10 shooting, you held the damn best player to 12 points and 8 assists, and you got your ass kicked. Damn, that is sad. That's very sad. Not to mention TJ McConnell. 22 points, 5 rebounds, or 5 assists, 11 to 14. 11 to 14 for TJ McConnell. And meanwhile, we're sitting here with Tyler Hero, 21 points on 6 to 12. Good efficiency for Tyler, but if you watch the game, most of that was in garbage time. We could go to Tyler real quick then. I keep kicking my camera here. Tyler Hero, he had 9 fourth quarter points, something like that, but a couple threes he hit, he just had to jack up because the game was almost over at the end. For the most part, I don't feel like he did much. Obviously, only 1 assist today for Tyler Hero. That's not good enough. And defensively, he was nothing short of completely terrible. Seriously, Again, this loss is not on him. I know people on this channel seem to think I nitpick with Tyler Hero. I'm not nitpicking. I'm just being critical where criticism is deserved. And today on defense, he was god-awful. He got cooked by every single player that was out there on the other team, especially T.J. McConnell. That was embarrassing. But that's what you're going to get with Tyler Hero. Spo had kept Terry Rozier on the bench for most of the game. I don't know why. Only 21 minutes for him. Terry Rozier's been on fire over the last 3 weeks. Very good defensively. No, let's sit Terry Rozier for Tyler Hero. I don't get it. Terry Rozier tonight, only 4 points. He shot 2 of 7, so he wasn't great today. And once again, Duncan Robinson didn't score. That closed out your starting lineup. And the only significant thing on the bench, I don't know. Kevin Love, 7 minutes. Where the hell was he against this giant-ass team? I don't know. Kevin Love has been dominating over the last 2-3 games, and today he gets 7 minutes. Make it make sense. It doesn't to me. Haywood Highsmith, 20 minutes, 0 points. And Caleb Martin had a very good game off the bench. 20 points for him, 8 of 10 shooting. But not enough. That's what it is at the end of the day. What it was not enough. And now this game, I do not think it's an exaggeration to say this game could kill your chances to go back to the NBA Finals. This one regular season game. Because now the path to get there is exponentially harder. And I do not think that's an exaggeration. Not saying they can't do it, Heat Nation. But it makes it exponentially harder. Anyways, I think that's really all I got to say for this video. Again, it's really hard to pinpoint anything significant other than like T.J. McConnell killing you, bad defense in the end, and slow shooting to start with. You don't do those 3 things, you win this game by a landslide. That being said, the Miami Heat's next game is on Tuesday versus the Atlanta Hawks, and then they have a back-to-back the next night versus the Dallas Mavericks. You got 2 tough games coming up. You really do. If you can win out, should we look at the Pacers schedule, guys? I don't know. You got Eric Reed on the TV today looking about the other scores. I'm like, I don't care, Eric Reed. I'm tired of worrying about other teams. But let's see. The Pacers, they play the Raptors and then the Cavs and then the Hawks. They're gonna go 3-0. So yeah, you got no shot here. What are you gonna do, Heat Nation? Let's go into the playoffs. Let's beat the hell out of the Celtics in round 1. And shoot, if that happens, we're gonna be feeling very good. That's all I gotta say. I don't even have the energy to fake excitement right now. Like the video, subscribe. I hope y'all enjoyed the last video with my boy Ernest at Miami Heat Talk. If y'all did not check it out, go check it out. It was a 2-part, one on his channel doing the best case scenario finish to the season, and on my channel we did the worst case scenario finish. A lot of that looks like it might be coming true, Heat Nation. So go check it out. Show love to me over there and my guy Ernest, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.